when we are thinking about going back to the office, are our leaders going back to the office too?
No. That's a big issue and a big problem. And I think, number one, it comes off as incredibly hypocritical. Number two, if you're saying that people need to be in for that, having those leaders accessible is important. So we're having lots of conversations with our clients right now about, you really want to keep that C-suite isolated from everybody else, or can we create a front door and maybe a back door for those C-suites, or do we invite, create opportunities for them to be more integrated into the teams, have more visibility? I think that's important. And I also think it's important because we have 3 or 4 years of people that are new in the workplace who may never have had that kind of exposure. And even if I'm not meeting with you, you being there, I can see, how you're dealing with a client, or how you're dressing, or how you're presenting yourself, or your work patterns, or there's just all these things that I can learn from you, and vice versa. I can learn, how do I turn this on my phone? How do I use this program? Or what's the new idea that you have? Or how do we create something amazing that's going to be really future ready?
Exactly.
So I think we need to really understand that we need to create those opportunities for access.
Yeah, no, most definitely. And when you talk about the new age that are coming into the workforce, most of them are like, why am I even here? It is a ghost town. It feels eerie. I want to connect with my employees. I want to connect with my colleagues, because this is why I come here. This is why I work here.
It's interesting. They do want to. Maybe not 5 days a week. But they do value that opportunity to be together, because they have, they have a lot to learn. They have a lot to benefit from. They have a lot to offer, and they want to connect. And they kind of that revolution, right? And they want to feel like they're part of something bigger than just themselves.
Exactly, and that's really how you shape a person. So when we talk about human-centric, that's how a person shapes into who they are in the future. And having those leaders there is critical. So when you talk about those C-suite spaces, could you imagine just making it more like an open space where these people can really learn, and then it's easy access for them to get to that focus lounge where they can really breathe in and be like, okay, what did I just absorb? Think about the path flows. So when we look at the data, we see path flows, right? What is really working from space to space, and how can we elevate their experience through that? Because maybe if they're overwhelmed to see, my meeting room is that next meeting, but I want to debrief 1 second, but I don't want to walk all the way across to the 11th floor.
And I think that's part of what we're seeing is we still believe in neighborhood-based choice environments where you have a sense of belonging, you have an area that's kind of for your team or your group, and it's kind of customized to you to some degree, so you're grounded, right? You have that home base, but you also have options and choices not only within that neighborhood, but also then within the facility itself where you can go to.